Yash. So this is life can get weird sometimes. You're practicing semen retention. You're feeling good. You know you're doing something that's good for you, but you have a girlfriend, or let's say you meet somebody new. You guys are hitting it off. Everything's cool, and then you wanna you share with her about semen retention because you're proud of it. You're doing something that like nobody's doing. You know, people don't even believe in it, but you're doing it, and you feel that you're on a higher plane. You're doing stuff that the average collective person isn't doing, and you want to share it with somebody that you love, that you get along with really good. But it's not accepted sometimes. In fact, you can tell by their expression they don't even like it. And usually they don't know why they don't like it at first or at all. And the reasons they may give later, if they introspect, and if you ask them, say, what are you talking about? How can you not like a man who's preserving his life force? Like, I can be more for you by doing this. You see? I'm not all drained and my mood swing, I don't have mood swings, and I'm not clear, and I can focus, and my earning potential is higher. My ability to have success, everything is just cranked up because I got more life force. Like a child can understand this simple mathematics. You have more energy, you're going to be in a higher version of yourself. So it's like, what are you talking about? How do you not appreciate what I'm doing? Whatever excuse or reason they give, I don't really care. I'm not going to get into those because it's not important. Let's declare what the real reason is, right? Let's talk about that. The real reason is they they don't feel they have control anymore over you. See, if you can take sex or leave it, if it's not a big deal, you can thoroughly enjoy it, but you're not a slave to it. If she doesn't want to have sex, if you're laying there and maybe something starts to happen, but then she's like, she's not feeling it. It's like, okay, cool, no problem. You don't have to have sex. Or if she wants to have sex, okay, cool. You see, that's flexibility. That's freedom. You don't want to be a vagina hound your whole life. So this is what's happening. A girl subconsciously knows. Yeah, I think we're cool. She knows that if you don't need her sex, if it's not a big deal, like, what does she have to offer you? Now these are the, you can say, the more immature girls. The higher being girls. I think more girls might be watching my channel now secretly. They still don't leave comments, but I have an inkling. So I'm going to try to make balance whenever I talk about the girls and guys, and try to make a little balance and share the other side too. It's not that I haven't been sharing it much in these videos because, when you got primarily men watching the videos, then you might as well just share about that, Anyway, the higher level girls, now they're gonna like when you're practicing semen retention, hands down. They're gonna be like, damn, okay, I have somebody on a higher level. She's on a higher level, so it's about matching. You're on a higher level, then you want to track somebody on a higher level because you don't have these little issues. You're not trying to, you're on a higher level seemingly, and then you want to you have these issues that are unresolved, and you want to find somebody who you can save, who doesn't really like you, who's afraid of intimacy, but you want to get into that relationship because that somehow will help you manage your relationship you had with your parents that they were never available and they abandoned you. So now you're going to find something similar and try to work through that and change them. So then that somehow remedies these issues you had before, and this whole subconscious play that goes down a lot of times in relationships, and that determines why we're attracted to people. So see, these people, I'm talking now post-therapy people. See, this post-therapy. You don't have these issues anymore, so you're attracting something that's healthy. And these girls, these women, they appreciate that. They don't want a guy chasing after their tail all the time. Like it's what a nuisance, So the girls that I don't know, a lot of them, they're just too insecure to handle what you're doing. Can't do it. There's silly girls. This planet has all levels of consciousness. I've said before, they have people like Jeffrey Dahmer, who used to like to take people hostage and torture them and then eat them. And then you have awakened beings and avatars, and then you got everything in between. You see, this planet's a trip. So you have women that actually make videos sharing, like, educating the girls, other girls, because girls want to know, how do I keep my man? I don't want him to run off. Like, they don't realize, like if he wants to run off, let him run off. The same if you have a girlfriend. Don't try to keep her. You don't want to hold a being hostage. You want her to feel if she loves you from the own elective choice of her heart. You don't want to do things and try to make somebody stay with you. Let them stay with you. If they want to stay with you, cool. And then later, if they change their mind, if the season changes, cool. If they meet somebody that maybe they meet a guy that's making more money, and then they say, whoa, maybe this guy can do more for me. And so then they make up something. They just become less interested in you. Don't answer your calls and stuff. They're not so interested anymore. Don't try to save that. Let them go, man. So you got to be strong in yourself. Semen retention will help you be strong in yourself. And you let that stuff go. You appreciate the opportunity and experience that you had, and then it's time to go. Let them go. And the next girl you're going to attract is going to be higher. This is how it works. Every relationship I've been in, the next one was better. I kept outdoing myself. I'm like, I remember at 22, I just had the best girl in the world at that time. The chemistry was off the chart. We laughed together, cried together. It's like my best friend. And it was a girl. And she was my girlfriend. And we had sex on top of that. How are you going to trump that? That's ultimate. So I'm like, I can't beat that. And then fast forward, I don't know, 10, 12 years, I beat it. And then I beat it again. And now I'm good. I don't need to keep beating it anymore. Like, I'm good. I'm satiated. I enjoyed that experience. But see, if I would have held on, the first one and didn't let her go, or got drunk and high and tried to manage these depressive feelings I felt of the neediness that came up and all that, if I didn't just sit with that and let that stuff burn out and then evolve that pain turns into consciousness. If you don't mess with it, if you don't try to escape it, that builds you as a man. It strengthens you. It strengthens your heart. And then when you get hurt again, it doesn't hurt so much. You're always going to get hurt. You don't want to not be able to get hurt. If you don't get hurt, you were never really in it to begin with. You're not, if you really fuse with another being and that ends, there's going to be a little detox process. That's normal and healthy. Don't try to not do that. So these girls make videos trying to school these other girls who want to know how to keep their man, and the advice is drain your man anytime before he leaves the house. Just drain him, and then he's not going to look at other women. You see, it's like kryptonite. Like, if you're with Superman, you want to secretly strap some kryptonite to his leg so he doesn't know about it, and then when he goes out and stuff, he's not going to be so, his presence isn't going to be so strong. Kryptonite's sucking his life force. See, this is what's happening. And that's weak. That's insecure. You don't want a woman like that. If you have a woman like that, or attracting somebody like that, think real hard about that. Okay? You might need to go through it, though, to experience what... See, it's easy to say what I'm saying when I've already been through it. It's easy, so I understand. But sharing this may help accelerate this knowledge you already have in you, that maybe some of us were just kind of too weak to step into this truer, higher version of ourselves. The attachment's too strong, and so we stay in a relationship even though we know we should get out. These words will help accelerate that process, and you just you get out of it when you can, when you have the strength. You don't want a girl that wants to drain you. You want a girl that wants to build you up. She wants you to preserve your energy, your life force. She enjoys seeing you shine. She enjoys watching the magnetism and then how people respond to that. She's like, yeah, this is, she's proud of that. You want a girl like that. And then you're doing the same with her. Obviously, she must have the shine too in order to recognize your shine. And so then you give each other permission to shine and enjoy that. This is a healthy, mature relationship. This is what you want. And you just keep doing that. You keep being true to yourself. Don't worry about when you're going to attract it. Oh, God's not giving it to me yet. Don't start to doubt. It doesn't matter. The highest is you be willing in your heart to say, you know what? I may never attract a girl my whole life. Let's say I live 70 years. I'm willing to go this 70 years, be true to myself, and maybe I want to attract this kind of girl, a healthy girl. Maybe I want to experience a high-level relationship. I desire this, like universe, I want this, but if it's not my destiny to have this, so be it. That has to be your attitude. But no matter what, you're not going to compromise on what you know is true. You're going to hold fast to that. You don't care about the results. You hold fast to what's true. You let God give you the results if you're supposed to have that or not. We don't know what we're supposed to have. Just because we have a desire for something doesn't mean that that's best for us. If we're on a high accelerated track of evolution, okay, just trust that what you're being given is what you need. All right, don't trip and think, oh, well, the other people have it and I don't have it. You're not the other people. This is an individual thing that you're journeying on. And if your highest desires for freedom, you just stay with that. How can it go wrong? If your highest desires for freedom, how is the universe not going to support you? So don't trust how you feel and your emotions so much and, oh, this is not fair. That's that old ego self trying to bring you back down. That's the game. God created that force too because it makes us strong. All right, have a good day.